we're getting a better idea of how much it will cost to enter the world of virtual reality. Palmer Luckey, designer of the Oculus Rift, has revealed that the device will cost more than $350 US. Whoa. Although the Oculus Rift and several other big VR devices like the PlayStation VR and HTC Vive are set to roll out early next year, manufacturers have been reluctant to say how much they'll cost. VR is expected to open up a whole new world of possibilities for gaming, not to mention other forms of entertainment like movies and sports, and even everyday life stuff like education and medicine. Let's just hope it's affordable.
Oh my God.
Last week, NASA revealed that they've discovered evidence that liquid water flows on Mars during the summer months. Although we already knew there was ice on the red planet, the fact that there's also water in its liquid state is a big deal because it significantly increases the chances of microscopic life being there as well. Now the question is, how will NASA find and study any possible Martian life? The Curiosity rover has all the right equipment, but it's not sterile and might be carrying microbes from Earth that would contaminate its findings. There's also the philosophical conundrum about whether or not it's okay for humans to interfere with alien life, even if it is microscopic. This is the kind of thing our species will need to figure out now that we're capable of exploring other worlds. The next Mars rover, called ExoMars, will be launched by the European and Russian space agencies in 2018. That's it for the rundown. Now look who it is to join me. It is starting first base and my baseball-loving friend, Scott C. Jones. Scott, you're supposed to catch it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Mars.
You know, we just saw Mars recently in the Matt Damon movie, The Martian, directed by our old friend Ridley Scott. I think the idea of some other organic life on other planets, especially Mars, which I feel like has been so central to so much, so many of the fictions, you know, science fiction, so many fantasy worlds that we've been in before. I think it's very compelling to think that there might be some creatures up there somehow using that ice. Maybe they're building a spaceship. Maybe they want to visit us. Maybe they are watching us now. I hope they are.
There's nothing.
Blue Jays fans.
No, there's nothing like that on Mars. There's just probably some kind of tiny microbial things that we might be able to find in real life because there's water now. There's water, which means there's life. I'm just terrified of the whole thing because if we can go to them, that means they can come to us.
Yeah, but I'm excited to meet our alien friends should they decide to come down and visit us. No, you know, I applaud science. I wish I was smart enough to be a scientist to make these kinds of discoveries, but I'm only smart enough to just do this TV show every day. That's it. I'm certainly not as smart as Palmer Luckey is. Boy, that guy is really making some interesting choices, and now they made a choice about the price point for the Oculus. I think $350, that sounds about right to me.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, anything
It's an incredible piece of technology.
Yeah, I know, but you want to get this into every home. I feel like the price needs to go down for that reason, and that's why I feel like I can't even really be an early adopter for this. Even though I mean, I will be for the show, for sure. But if I was just living my everyday life, not hosting this television show, I feel like I wouldn't invest the money.
The original Atari 2600, back when it originally debuted, was about $450. So I feel like $350 is a lot of money for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's just about right for where the Oculus should be at launch. And for you got to start clipping your Oculus coupons.
Yeah, because maybe I can play an Oculus game with baseball since this is a baseball-loving episode. So Jones, let us go now to our review of MLB 15 The Show.
Let us.
The Rundown is brought to you by EB Games.